Alabama Senator Katie Britt. Senator, it's a pleasure to have you on. Good to see you. We're talking about health care. We're talking about negotiations here. I know Speaker Johnson has gone on to say that, the plan all along was to negotiate on health care during the month of October. Not happening now because of the shutdown here. What's going on?
Absolutely. Democrats need to do the right thing and reopen the government. The fact that they have demanded this shutdown in order to have a conversation is completely and totally ridiculous. Who is paying the price is the American people. I mean, you think about the things we've heard them say over the last several months, how much they care about federal workers, or even this topic, health care itself. Well, as a result of their shutdown, we are going to have WIC that potentially will not have money, sending it out to women, infant, and children, which we know that is of the most vulnerable. When you think about things like our military, they will not be getting paid as a result of this Democrat shutdown. And again, federal workers who you mentioned just a minute ago, some furloughed, some are going to be working without pay. The people that Democrats have said they care, quote, the most about are going to pay the price because Democrats don't know how to work and have a conversation at the same time.
Senator, you mentioned certain people not getting paid. Of course, also some of those that have been furloughed, they're not getting paid now. But also we heard President Trump saying that they may not get back pay either. Tell us more about that.
Well, look, I think we have to take a step back and realize that this is not the fault of air traffic controllers. It is not the fault of our courageous men and women in uniform. This is the fault of Senate Democrats, look, who are showing that they somehow can't walk and chew gum at the same time. We need to be opening the government. We need to be working for the American people. These people need to be getting paid for the job they're done, and we can have conversations about other things that they'd like to do. They seem to think that they can only do one or the other, and ultimately people are paying the price. But I think there are a lot of people that are working diligently, some workers that are living paycheck to paycheck, and we see Chuck Schumer putting the politics of his reelect and trying to figure out if he can make it until, October 18th, the No Kings protest here in Washington, D.C., so that he can stand on the stage with those individuals and rally the left wing of his party and hopefully keep his job. He's putting that above the American people. And look, they're going to see through it. We've been working diligently to enact President Trump's agenda. We have had tremendous success because of President Trump's leadership. And at the end of the day, they're attempting to thwart that. But we're going to keep going, and we're going to keep making a difference for the very people who elected us to be here on November 5th.
Senator, when it comes to that back pay, potentially, President Trump said they would get paid with a bill from Congress. Would you commit to, introducing some kind of bill or, get your colleagues involved with that to make sure they do get their back pay?
I am absolutely supportive of making sure people get the back pay. This is not these federal workers' fault. This is not our men and women in uniform's fault. This is the fault of Senate Democrats, and I am not going to let them not be able to make their rent payment or their mortgage or heat or cool their home or put food on their table as a result of Democrats' political stunt. That is absolutely ridiculous, and we're putting hardworking Americans first. We did that with the working family tax cuts. We're doing that with so much of the incredible work that we're doing, securing our border, making our streets safe, and making sure that we make good on the promises that we set before the American people. So we're not going to let hardworking Americans pay the price for Democrats' political stunt, and that's the beginning and end of the story.
Senator, we're going to have to say goodbye in just one moment, but how much longer do you think this will continue?
Look, we could have the government open today if Senate Democrats would do the right thing. So we're continuing to have conversations explaining to them the detrimental impact of what they're doing. But at the end of the day, they're putting politics first. But we could do it today. We could vote on it today and open the doors. That's how quickly this could be over if they choose to do the right thing.
Okay, got to leave it there. Senator Katie Britt, always a pleasure. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks so much. I appreciate it.